Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of the Owner's Box. I'm Billy Koch. This is Michelle Yu, the
Oh, I was mouthing what you were saying, and I thought you
oh
were gonna say the
sorry.
same thing, the founder and managing partner.
Founder and managing partner of Little Red Feather Racing Club. This
Thank
is
you.
Michelle Yu. She is amazing. Her hair's down today. She's got a big smile on her face. What's going on? You look so happy.
I'm get to talk to you. I'm very happy.
Oh, you're very sweet. I don't know if
Isn't that
that's true,
exciting?
but
You're
yeah.
probably having a way better day than I am right now, though.
Well, it's I'm in where am I? I'm at Keeneland Racetrack. I am
Mhm.
in a suite that they
In
gave me
in a
to do the show.
suite. They have
Yeah,
suites now?
they've always had suites.
Where?
I'm not in the sales pavilion. I'm at
Oh,
the racetrack because I
okay.
couldn't get a room at the sales pavilion. So I said I need a room. Michelle Yu's going to kill me. I got to get someplace to do the pod. And we have a cool guest today. Who's our guest, Michelle?
Our guest is gonna be Bill Cosgrove. He's Lee Farms, and they own Power Squeeze,
Oh, squeeze.
who is awesome, and I've been backing her all year, and, we talked about her being a nice OBS graduate, so we're gonna talk to him about, the way she was able to deliver her grade 1 when Torpedo Anna bypassed, so that
Yeah,
should
smart.
be a very exciting, chatter.
Should be. Should be. We'll get to him in a minute as soon as we get through three things of
Right?
note. Michelle, where do we start? Do we start with where I am? Look at my hat. It's Keeneland hat.
Oh, that's cute. I like that. I
Isn't
think
it
we should.
cool?
Keeneland is underway. So we're recording this on Thursday and we're already mid book 2, right?
Yes, we are. We
Yeah.
are.
We're mid book
Yes,
2
we
because
are.
book 3 starts Saturday and Friday's dark,
Yes, yes. Friday's
if
dark.
I'm
Book
not
three starts
mistaken.
Saturday. This is the last. This is the end of book two right now, and prices have not dropped. I
Have you
don't know
bought
what's going
anything?
on. I have not bought anything. The prices are way too high.
Now,
We're value shoppers, Michelle, as you know. And these prices are astronomical. Is the world's economy just good right now, or what's
I
happening?
did see like I saw Dan Blacker got something for 100.
That's a
Maybe
good.
it's a
There's a crack.
politics thing.
I don't
Uh,
know.
I did see Dan Blacker got something for 100. I did see a couple
Okay.
of RNAs for, like, 185. So, like
Yeah.
but they were bred to be book 1, so for sure it was, like, a physical issue, right?
Or a vetting issue. Yeah, a lot of these horses
Are
have
you gonna give
some.
us a hint? Now this
Wait, what happened? You
I feel
stopped
like our
talking. I
sound is
lost you.
off.
No, my sound is on.
Yeah, because I feel like our sound is off.
No,
Okay. No,
your
like,
sound is
not like, you
definitely
can still
off.
hear, but it's, like, delayed.
Yeah, yeah, your sound
Yeah,
is
that's
off.
what I felt like.
Mine is on. Yeah.
Um Okay, now this will air after the sale today, obviously. So, can you give us a hint of who you're gonna be bidding on? Like, we're not, you know what I mean? So we can just, like, we can go back and see
I
if you
have
got it or not.
one horse that I love later on today in about an hour.
Okay,
It is a Liam's Map filly, and
okay.
there is a very, very good chance that, in fact, I think it's about a 97% chance that I will not get her.
Hey, we live for the 3%, okay?
Hey, there's a 3%. So you're saying there's a chance.
Saying exactly.
Right.
So Keeneland is obviously thing of note number 1. Thing of note number 2 is we did put a big fat bow on Del Mar. It wrapped
Big
up with
fat
the
boy.
grade 1 debutante and the grade 1 futurity.
Yep.
Both of those won by the more unsuspecting.
I don't know if more unsuspecting. Look, they were won by Baffert. He's won like
But the other
17.
Bafferts.
Yeah, he's won like 17 Del Mar Futurities or 18 now or something. And the debutante, they just own the whole races. They own the summer, they own the 2-year-olds. And it's the Baffertization of Southern California that we talk about all the time. There's not much you can do. He can outspend you, he can outtrain you, he can outpick the horses if that even makes sense, what I just said.
Mhm.
And it's battling a Titan. And congratulations though. Look, Bauma, they do a great job with their horses. And then the Colt is obviously Three Amigos. It's just Pegram, Whiteman, Watson. I've seen them all sales long. They're struggling too a little bit with these prices, so makes me feel a little bit better. But I consider myself Billy Bean from the Oakland A's. We're just going to do it Moneyball style.
But there is one area that Baffert does not necessarily excel, and that is in turf horses.
Yeah,
And Little Red Feather cleaned up. I mean, like, if they were giving out tiaras and crowns, the majority of those went to Little Red Feather.
we had a great meet. It's a tribute to our team. Phil D'Amato and his staff, and John Dowd, and John Dott buying these horses, and Brett Jones breeding a filly like Thought Process, who won the Del Mar Juvenile Turf, Phillies Turf in super impressive fashion. It's a tribute to all our partners who get involved with Little Red Feather. We had, I'm not going to deny it, we had an absolutely stunning Del Mar. We pointed for this.
Also,
we struggled.
We talked last week about Ice Cream You Scream being horse of the meet,
and she got it.
She's horse of the meet.
Ice Cream You Scream, horse of the meet. Gold Phoenix, turf horse of the meet, for his third straight Del Mar handicap. And so it was just, listen, it was just a wonderful meet. I feel blessed. I feel extremely fortunate, especially to have the partners we do and who continue to support us. It's an amazing feeling, and we just, to all of them, and like, it's kind of like, this game is what have you done for me lately? So we're here at Keeneland trying to find the next ice cream.
Now, were you the Little Red Feather of a couple years back? You might have even had claiming horse of the meet, but you didn't bring any claiming horses of the meets this time, huh?
No, we didn't do well. We tried. We were very aggressive with some horses. We just didn't do that. And but I'll take 5 stakes and 4 graded stakes, including a grade 1 anytime, Michelle. I'm just gonna be a little greedy in that fashion. But honestly,
you mentioned Thought Process. Brett Jones also bred Ironman Cal, if I'm not mistaken.
Ironman Cal. I think I gave him out on the show. I think I told people Ironman Cal, and he's a really nice colt. He'll come back in the Zuma Beach, and would be something if we can get Ironman Cal to the Breeders' Cup, and Thought Process, and Gold Phoenix is already in. Who knows what Balnikov will do in the John Henry. So it's really exciting. It's an exciting time. Again, I am blessed. I feel really, really lucky and fortunate to have the team that we put together and to have the partners that continue to support us.
All right. Well, we did have one more thing of note. We'll have to get it to the end because our guest is here. Let's bring in Bill Cosgrove after he sips his drink.
All right.
What are we drinking? Let's know.
What are you drinking, Billy?
It's coffee. It's black coffee. That's
all. At 5 o'clock in the evening?
That's yes.
We lost him.
My rule is 7. I'll go to 7, and that's how we do it.
And can you sleep after that?
I can.
Wow.
Yeah, there's never.
Billy and I both take medication to sleep in general.
Yeah, we're not good sleepers.
Coffee.
Yeah, no. I'm like most people, I'm so exhausted at the end of the night. Sleeping is not a problem.
Bill, before we get into Power Squeeze, we want to talk about her, but tell us a little bit about yourself. Our audience, one of the things that we do on the Owner's Box is we bring people like yourself on that maybe a lot of people don't know. They don't know your story, and we just want to tell it.
So it's interesting. I grew up outside of Cleveland, Ohio, in Bedford, Ohio, and my love for horses and horse racing and the thoroughbred industry actually started about 3 miles from my house. There is, and still is, a trotter track by the name of Northville Park.
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
I know Northville Park.
So Northville Park is about 3 miles from the house I grew up in, and me and my mom and dad, aunts and uncles would go up to Northfield, have about a $10-20 night, and it's nighttime racing there, right?
Yeah.
And in the summer, we would just spend nice nights there, and it's just the way I fell in love with horses and the business, and not ever dreaming.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, not ever dreaming that I would own, ever be in the business in any way, shape, or form. But for 39 years, I've been in the mortgage banking business. I became a loan officer when I was 23 years old, and I've been in the business for 39 years. And 24 years ago, I bought a small little business with 30 people, and today we have 2,000 people. And
wow!
And Union Home Mortgage is like the 37th largest mortgage provider, single family homes mortgage provider in the United States.
Amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and it's still, thanks. And it's, I've been doing it my whole life. And, a few years back, some friends of mine owned a couple thoroughbreds, and I thought, well, guys like me, it's probably healthy to have a hobby or two. And, because I do that too a little bit with some friends. Okay. But other than playing a little golf with guys I grew up with literally since we were 12, 15 years old, I got in a thoroughbred business, and then all of a sudden I quickly learned that, in order to compete, at the highest level, you had to invest and trust in good people. And all of a sudden, in very short order, all in about 5 years, we're finding ourselves competing at the highest level of the industry, and we're loving it, just enjoying it.
It's an amazing accomplishment. Tell us about like when you first got in, like your first horse that you were an owner of. Give us that story, because that always kind of sets the tone.
Yeah. So so
I told you.
about 5-6 years ago, I was in with a couple partners. There was Citrus Burst had a little bit of success, and I quickly realized that, 3 or 4 people, for me anyway, 3 or 4 people having a piece of a horse and really deciding what to do was not a lot of fun, because it could get very dysfunctional very quickly.
So, someone has to be the dad in the relationship.
That's
always,
yes.
right.
And I'm 62 now, so I'm old enough to be the dad. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to try to go at this alone. And but I really don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. But with my background, I could tell the difference between right and wrong,
Sure.
in what's going to work and what's not. And so a dear friend of mine by the name of Jimmy Gradaderio, Jimmy G, I said, Jimmy, I want you to be my racing manager. Find us a trainer. And, he's an analytics guy. I said, find me a trainer that we could trust and we could build a relationship with. And Jimmy did all the research, and lo and behold, he came up with 3 or 4 possible names of people that possibly would fit with us.
Okay.
And out of that, so we went to visit 3 or 4 people.
Oh, so you sat down and had meetings with them, because we talked about that. I'm going to just stop you for 1 second, then we get back, because we talk about all the time when you're choosing a trainer, they want to meet you. And you should want to meet them and see, hey, who fits into what I want.
Yeah. Who can, first of all, who can I trust?
Yep.
Who can I trust? Who is the type of human being, that's committed to the business, committed, to the thoroughbreds, and who is someone that we could build a long-term relationship with. And so we flew and we met with some people, and lo and behold, one day when the track was closed, we found ourselves at Gulfstream, and we met with Jorge Delgado. And we met Jorge, and he's a young man, I think.
And he just charmed the pants right off of you, didn't he?
You know what?
He is charming.
He is so charming.
He's cute. He's cute. He was so authentic. I loved his story, because his story, and actually, my father worked in a warehouse for 35 years. My mom did odd and end jobs, and so we come from a very, very blue collar background. And when I met Jorge, it actually, in a strange way, he reminded me of me when I was a young guy. And I just thought that here's a young man, I could trust him. He was, he's already having some level of success.
Right.
And I found myself thinking that this is a young guy that we can invest in, was committed to his career, committed to the horses, was willing to do things the right way. Sure. And Jim, right then and there, I shook his hand, and I remember I said, okay, so per day, how much do you want per day to train the horses? And he said, like $85. And I said, tell you what, here's how we're going to negotiate. I'm going to pay you 95, and let's do this the right way. And wow. He was blown away by that.
Sure.
But from the beginning, I said, listen, I don't want you to worry about every dollar. Let's do that. Let's do this the right way, and let's get started. And from that day forward, Jimmy and I felt as though that we were hitching our wagon to the best up and coming young trainer in the country that at the time most of the country had not heard of.
Absolutely
and,
not.
Yeah. And we, to this day, I think we've been with Jorge a little bit less than 3 years, and every day he's proven that.
That's amazing. That's a great story.
Yeah,
what a great story. And then, so when you went to Jorge, did you have a plan? Did you say, hey,
did you even have a horse? Were you like going to pick this horse, or was it like
we had 3 or 4 horses. Willie Boy was one of them. Yeah, Willie Boy was a great sprinter, 6 furlong sprinter. And so then, Jimmy and Jorge started to work together, started going to Ocala, going to Keeneland, and actually as a, we didn't use anyone else. We didn't use an agent, and Jorge and Jimmy do the homework, and they go to the sales with, about 100 horses that they have their eye on. And Jorge has turned out to be a wonderful buyer. So in every way, and that's turned into Lightning Larry, another 6 did really well. And that turned into Super Chow.
I love Super Chow. Billy and I,
everybody loves Super
Chow this year.
Yeah, so that's turned into Super Chow. And then all of a sudden we said, we need to find a few fillies to round out the barn. And together, they found Power Squeeze.
Yeah, OBS, right?
Super inexpensive, right? She was a $90,000 OBS. Did you remember how she worked? Or she's pretty unaffordable.
Yeah, she was. So I don't go to the sales myself. I don't want to distract them. And I think I'd be the third wheel there. So we have a budget. Those guys go to the sales with a plan, and it's really for us. It's been magic. And Jorge found Power Squeeze, and it's been fantastic. It really has.
What a great ride. Bill Cosgrove joining us here on the Owner's Box. It's interesting. What I found interesting is we have so many people that come on our show, and when they get into racing, they really don't either have a plan, or they don't know a lot about it, or they just, they fell in love with the horses. And what I like about this situation, and correct me if I'm wrong, Michelle, we talk about this all the time. You really came in, even though you weren't the most experienced owner, you went about it the right way. And I think I want to credit you. This isn't even a question, but I think for you to get in and the success you're having, I think is because you did do it the right way. You didn't just come in 2 feet, deep in the deep end and invest, millions and millions of dollars. You did it the right way. So credit to you. I'm going to turn it over to Michelle. I know she probably has a million questions.
Thanks. I appreciate that. It really, for me, I just took, the successes of my business and what I've learned over the years and the 1,000 mistakes I've made in the last 39 years building Union Home Mortgage. And I think with anything else, it starts with the right people.
That's right.
It starts with the right people, building a relationship, trusting, investing in them, giving them an opportunity to do things the right way. And fundamentally, that's it. And just learning, because I really had no idea what I was doing. But after being in my business for 39 years, it was really exciting to me to start another business from scratch, from nothing.
That's really cool. Yeah.
So there's something romantic about that.
When you're successful, anyways.
Oh yeah, when it's working, it's very romantic.
I brought a bunch of people out to the track the other day that were ex-professional athletes to Del Mar.
Okay.
And I took them down into the paddock, and we watched the race from the tunnel, and we won the race. And they all looked at me and they said, "I get it now."
Yeah.
And that's, I want to ask you, what was that I get it moment? Because I tell people all the time, it's an adrenaline rush like no other. Win or lose, doesn't matter the type of race.
It is. So I don't know if I have it yet. But so what I didn't expect is now I have three kids, been married 33 years. So now the family is enjoying it.
Right.
When
Oh,
Power
that's the
Squeeze, yeah,
best.
when Power Squeeze went to the Kentucky Oaks, so I have a group of friends that we've known each other since we were kids, and when Power Squeeze went to Churchill, and it was our first time at Churchill, we had a contingency of like 36 people.
Wow.
And they were all family and friends that I have known my whole life.
Amazing.
And actually to see them enjoy
Yeah.
Churchill, enjoy Power Squeeze in the success. And so it's actually the people around us are having so much fun. It's just special. It's really special.
Totally. Michelle.
So now you got Power Squeeze, you mentioned at the OBS in training sale. Is that where you do most of your shopping, or do you buy yearlings as well?
We do, so it's where we do most of our shopping, and it's been successful for us, and that's kind of what we're comfortable doing. Lightning Larry, we're now starting to stud Lightning Larry because he had an injury, and so we're going to see how that goes. So we're learning that side of it. We bought like 8 brood mares ourselves.
Oh, that's
versus like selling Lightning Larry and
right.
Jimmy and Jorge says, Bill, you can't hold on. At times you might have to sell. And I said, I want to hold on. So, part of me, the business side, I might not be following the actual, if there's a book, all right, I'm not following the book. So part of it is I'm following my gut, and I'll figure out the book part. But the OBS sale has been good to us, and we'll probably continue on that path. But Jimmy and Jorge bring to me different options, and together we have a weekly meeting for an hour, video call just like this, and we just talk. We talk through the races, talk through the health of the horses, talk through our options, and that's how we do it. We're
smart. I want to play. Yeah. I want to play a game.
Okay.
I'm Jimmy.
Yeah.
Okay, and I need you to get ready, have a sip.
Am I gonna be Jorge?
No, you get to be Jorge. But I want to see Bill's reaction to when I say something. Okay, so I need you to just go blank expression. All right, here we go. Hey, Bill, how you doing, man?
Good. How you doing, Jim?
Oh, everything's great, man. Power Squeeze is doing so well. Hey, I heard officially that Torpedo Anna is going to run in the Travers.
Yes.
That's it? That was your reaction? Yes?
We were excited about that.
Well,
right?
I wanted to see your reaction. I wanted to see the honest reaction.
No, we were excited about that. And we thought, and I've never met Kenny McPeak, but I looked at it.
Oh, you got to watch our show. You got to watch our show.
I will. I never met Kenny. And so, no one really knows me in the industry. And I don't, at this point, socially, I've not been in those circles. But when Kenny made that decision, I thought it was a brilliant decision because he really had, it kind of
not self-serving for you.
Smartest decision
it helped. It gave us a breather. And he really, with the 3-year-old fillies, he really had nothing else to accomplish. Yeah. Really. Right. Yeah. So it was a great, it was a move I would make. Right. You got to do it. Right. And it worked for him.
Gotcha. Yeah.
What a great horse.
I was expecting a little bit more like a breath of like some kind of reaction like that, but I didn't get it. So
I'm not a that kind of reaction guy.
Now I want to know. So I want to know now what it's been like to be on the journey with Power Squeeze. Did you know right away that she was going to be good? It did take her a couple races to break her maiden.
It did. No, you don't. You really don't know, and that's the thing I've learned is that the thoroughbreds are still at 2 and 3 years old. They're still developing, right? And so I've learned that, and you just, the beauty of the sport is you never know.
Sure.
But then in Tampa, we were there in Tampa when Power Squeeze took the rail and finished really strong, and we thought, okay, this is something special, right? Down the stretch, she other than Torpedo Anna, we think that truly she's the best closer in 3-year-olds in the country.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, she might be. She might be.
We think she is. And
what's next?
Cotillion. We're gonna go to Cotillion. Yeah. And
so you will see Torpedo Anna.
We're gonna see Torpedo Anna, and we're happy about that. And obviously she's gonna be the the favorite, strong favorite. But if we get a good trip and on a dry track on the right day, dry track, because we also learned at Churchill that Power Squeeze is not good with the mud in her face. But if we get a clean trip, on the right day, we just want to see how good she is, and we think at the Cotillion we're going to find out exactly how good she is.
I feel like you're like a gamer. Like you want the challenge. You're not running from anybody.
No, we want, we said that on the right day we want one more shot. And Torpedo Anna by far is the best 3-year-old in the country. But we just want one more shot, just one more shot. And it seems like we're going to get it.
I don't know if you like casinos, but the casino they have right next there is fantastic.
Is it?
Yeah, it's really fun. It's really fun. And there's, you go into Philly, you can get a lot of good restaurants, and they do a great job on that day. That's Pennsylvania Derby Day, I believe. Yeah, or maybe it's the day before or whatever, but they do a really good job. So you'll have a great time. Bring your 36 people.
Yeah, well, we're having fun because we're a little competitive. We like to gamble. The sport fits my personality in a way, and the strategy of the sport is really intriguing to me in a way, and we're really enjoying it. We're really having it's a hell of a lot of fun when you win.
It is fun when you win. What would you tell someone just getting into the game like you were 5 years ago? Like what's the one piece of advice that you would give them?
It's simple. It's simple. You have to have the right people around you that are honest and that you all have the same common goals. There's just honesty, and you have to it's all about the horses. It's about the health of the horses. And you have to have the right trainer that's dedicated to the animals and to the athletes. Yeah. And you want to do it the right way. You want to do it the right way. Yeah. You could take shortcuts, but there's no real shortcuts that work.
Michelle, go. One last question.
Go ahead, Michelle.
One last question. Bill, you're very even keel. Yeah. I want to know what you're like when you're watching a race. So we're in the Cotillion, it's down the stretch. Here comes Power Squeeze. She's closing in with everything.
I'm quiet. About 5 minutes before the race, I stopped talking to everybody. I really do. That's awesome. I try to be in a position where I could light a cigar. I'm very quiet. And inside, it's funny. There's and you guys know this. There's a feeling you get that you can't. 5 minutes before post, there's a feeling you get that you can't find anywhere else. I find myself, praying to the gods. I find myself praying to our family in heaven. I find myself it's 5 minutes before the race. It's an amazing feeling. And I go quiet. And I go by myself. I get away from everybody. I get away from my friends, and I'm in the moment by myself. I'm not. And even around the backstretch with Power Squeeze, I'm quiet.
That's quiet. Awesome. Stay quiet. Listen, you said nobody in the business knows who you are. I want to let you know there's about 13 people that watch this on YouTube. So you're fine. Don't even worry about it.
We've got like almost 1 million downloads. It's a lot of people that know you now.
So if people start knowing me, I'm going to blame you guys.
That's fine.
I'm going to blame you guys. But we're proud of Leah Farms and Jorge and Jimmy, and we're really proud to be part of this industry. We're going to be good stewards of the thoroughbreds, and we're just going to win or lose, we're going to do things the right way.
Hey, we're happy to have you, my friend. That was awesome. We really appreciate you. I know how busy you are. Thanks for spending the time with us today. Good luck with Power Squeeze in the Cotillion, and we'll get you on again.
Happy to. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so
appreciate
much,
it.
Bill.
All right, thank you.
Joining us here on the Owner's Box.
Bill
What a great
Cosgrove,
interview.
He was so great.
Fantastic. Great job. Great get.
I have to thank Jorge, by the way.
Thank you, Jorge. The OBS sale is hey, if you want 2-year-olds, go to OBS. It's the place to buy 2-year-olds. We've had so many people on, Todd Wojciechowski. We've had bloodstock agents. They all say the same thing. They do a great job at the 2-year-old sales. But I have to get back to the yearling sale to go make some bids.
Okay.
So we got to cut this short. What else do we have to talk about?
Okay, just real quick. The third thing of note was just that they did a revised road to the Kentucky Derby, and it felt like a real shot at the heart of California. So basically now, if you have a field of 5 or less, you're only going to get 75% of the points that were allotted for that road to the Kentucky Derby prep. If you have 4 or less horses, it will be 50% of the allotted points.
Nice. I think it's a good idea. Maybe it'll make people run. Yeah, why not?
It'll make people run, or it'll ruin
bigger fields. Well, bigger fields.
I feel like it's just anti-California because we're the ones that are plagued with smaller fields.
Well, what are we gonna do? I think Baffert's gonna be.
Then Baffert ships out of town to the other places, and then we can run all our horses here.
Exactly.
Right.
Maybe that's the way. Maybe that's.
Other than that, Billy, we've really got nothing coming up. Del Mar's done. We're in that transitionary phase right now before Los Alamitos. We'll be back to talk about California Crown in a couple weeks, but that's it. And you're gonna go buy a horse. I can't wait. 3%.
I'm gonna text you right after.
Okay. Chip in a chair, my friend.
All right.
Lots of love.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.